Well, good morning. It's day 45, and we're packing up and getting ready to head out. We're going to go to McDonald's and get a couple of sausage egg McMuffins, and then wait for the bus and get a ride up to Walker Pass and see how far we're going to get today. So, hope you guys' day is off to a great start. Ours is. We'll talk to you soon. Well, we're on the bus headed to Walker Pass. Several hikers on here, so we'll see how long it takes. All right, well, the bus just dropped us back off at Walker Pass, and we're getting ready to head up the hill. So here's a little monument at Walker Pass, and it's dedicated to the memory of Joseph Walker, who discovered this pass in 1834. Pretty cool. All right, one more Walker's Pass sign. This is the Owen Peak segment, and up to the saddle it's about 8.5 miles. Today we're shooting for maybe around 13, but just playing it by ear to see how it goes. First water's at 13, so we've got plenty with us to get us there, and we'll see where we're headed after that. So looking back towards this valley, that's the direction Ridgecrest is in. Another pretty hazy day today. So that's a look back towards the Ridgecrest Valley. And then we're continuing our climb up this mountain. And these are the switchbacks that we've just come up. If you look close, you can see a couple other hikers on there. That's looking back, and see if I can do this without making everybody dizzy. This is looking forward. Come on up over this pass and into the next valley. You can sure see a layer of haze or something, but it's still pretty. So you know me and the yellow flowers. Got these bright green plants right here, and then a bunch of burned out shrubs from a really old previous fire, and then my bright yellow flowers over there. So just to show you the elevation we've gained, we've been climbing for a little bit less than an hour, and the highway that we started on is right down about there. So it's 10:45, and we've done 4.75 miles, and since we're on our relaxed hiking schedule, we're stopping for a cup of coffee, and I'll show you the view that we're looking at. But nice little shady spot, very relaxing, nice to be back on trail. We're having a great day. Got up from our break and took, 50 yards down trail, and I looked across this valley and I thought, wow, that's really pretty. So today I want to talk about my dog Umbra. So I need to talk about our dog Umbra, but I'm going to have to do it in segments because it's pretty emotional for me, and I can't do it all at once. So we adopted Umbra when she was 2, or at least that's how old we think she was, and it was from a rescue group, and she had about 6 days left to live when we adopted her. She's been a great dog for the most part. She loves people and kids, but anybody that knows her knows she does not like other dogs. So it's been a little bit of high maintenance in that regard. When you see another dog coming, you get across the street because she gets a little feisty, especially if another dog kind of comes towards her. She just has never liked that, but with kids and people,
She's just been great. She came with the name Umbra, which is spelled Umbra, and such an unusual name. I googled it after we adopted her, and what it means is when there's a lunar eclipse, the moon casts a shadow on the earth, and the black center of that shadow is called an umbra, Umbra. So I always tell people somebody a lot smarter than I am pick that name for her, because I would have never been able to figure that out. So we've had her for a little over 12 years, and most labs make it 10 to 12 years. And before I left to come on this hike, her health was starting to fail, and it's continued. She's really struggling with her back, legs, and hips, and it's just hard for her to walk and get up and down stairs. So, first, Lori, thanks for handling all this with her. But we both know that it's coming to the end of her life. And I knew there was a chance of this before I left. But it's really hard. It's heavy on my heart. So it's heavy on my heart because I'm not there to support Lori through this process. I'm not there to tell Umbra goodbye. And we don't know when that day is. It's going to be sometime soon. I don't know what the definition of that is. It'll be, there's no way she's going to make it until I get back. On my 0 day, I talked with Lori, and she had taken Umbra to the vet. And the vet just said there's nothing really they can do to help her other than give her some stuff for the pain. So that's what's happening. And I don't know, being out here, all this scenery, it gives me peace, but at the same time doesn't mean that you're not sad about life events. And I mentioned that once before about Ronnie and his college thing, but this is another big event. Anybody that's had pets knows they're family members, and when it comes to the end of their life, it's just hard. It's hard to let go. So I think I'm still trying to process that. But when the day comes, I'm a wreck already. When the day comes, it'll be really hard for me to talk about. So I wanted to do a little video in advance, kind of explain what's going on, and then when that day comes, I'll just mention it. And Umbra, I know you can't hear this, but you've been a huge part of our family and helped bring a lot of meaning to us and helped us out through lots of situations, and been a great companion and friend, and I love you, and I'm really gonna miss you. So as we were sitting here looking out, I was noticing there was an airport out there, and Julian was able to point out to me that this airport is actually a China Lake Naval Air Station, and next to it is Ridgecrest, which is where we took our 0 day at. So I just kind of think these are some cool rock formations along the trail here. I get a little video of that. Coming over a pass and then in the next valley, more great views. So we're headed down the pass. You can see the trail right there, which means we're on switchbacks and losing altitude. So It's slightly easier. Sometimes it's harder on your knees. But the one thing about it is that you know when you're headed down that eventually you're going to be headed back up again. So, but that's part of the PCT. Lots of ups and downs. So I kind of think that mountain right there in the middle looks like a pyramid. So I hope you guys get a feel for what the trail is like. You know, one of the reasons I do like these little clips of the trail is just so you can kind of see what it's like throughout the day for me. So I hope that's working. You can see the trail following along this edge over here. Still great views. I almost just stepped on this little guy. Went running across the trail in front of me. Hey, I wanted to give a quick shout out to my sister-in-law, Michelle. She's trail magicking from home, and she sent me a little gift yesterday, which really touched me. It was very sweet, totally unexpected, and just a couple of kind words and nice little gifts. So, hey, Michelle, thank you very much. I appreciate your support, and you're awesome. So, thank you. So here's a sign to Joshua Tree Spring, and one of the notes about the spring down there is that it has traces of uranium in it. So anyway, I didn't need any water, so glad I don't have to test it out to see if there's uranium in it. And I think we might have 3 or 4 miles left to go. We're headed up over, let's see, this pass right over here. So scenery's about the same as it's been. Still kind of that desert landscape. Got a nice breeze going. So not too bad. But I think we're ready to be there. It'll end up being like a 16.5 mile day. Well, look who's hiking in front of me. It's Mr. Rodrigo, also known as Mockingbird. We caught up to him. He has promised he's going to do the gritty at 700 and at Kennedy Meadows. So we'll see how that goes. Well, we're almost at the top of our climb, so I thought I'd get one little last shot of that view. We're headed just up there. And we're headed over into the next valley. Only 2 miles to go. What's going on? So it's the end of day 45. You can see our tents are pretty close together here. We pushed on to about 18 miles today. Kind of difficult to find a campsite. We're headed up a mountain, and there's kind of limited water and also limited campsites. So we're found this little spot. It's full of mosquitoes, but it'll work for the night. It's a place to sleep. And just want to thank everybody for listening to me today talk about Umbra. Clearly it makes me sad, and I'll really miss that dog. I love her a lot. So hope you guys had a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow morning. Good night. So just one little addition to my wrap up tonight. Because the mosquitoes are so bad where we're camping, we're walking back down the trail a little bit, and gonna cook our meals kind of on the trail actually, and hopefully we'll get a good sunset in the process. If so, I'll see if I can get a few good clips of it and share it with you.